Oh boy. I begin this with an apology. Not to you, but to myself. For thinking that this would be the time that I actually finish a playthrough of a Kanto game. I can't remember how long it's been since the last time we've all met. It's only been a couple weeks in relation to when I uploaded the video from, but I can't remember the last time I recorded, and I thought that the last recording session I had with such a huge backlog, so huge a backlog, that I would never have to skip a week. Sure, it worked out coincidentally enough that I had to skip a week for Celeste week, but alas, I feel like I'm having to skip another week. Simply because I was too lazy to record this game. Oh yeah, I just remember our Bellsprout has good old 69. God, that's not gonna get old. You gotta give me a minute here. It's pretty much the first time I've recorded commentary in a while. It's like if you have a party. I know that we're in some hard times at the moment where some people are slowly forgetting what partying is. But imagine a time where, I know this is gonna sound blasphemous, but over 50 people were in the same location at one time. Okay, are you actually gonna escort? What? Did we just teleport? Mario, did you teleport? God, that's an old reference. I'll admit, I was caught off a little guard by there. Speaking of guards, let me go get that item since it's pretty obviously right in my plain sight of view. As much as I don't want to cut, it'd probably be for the best if I did. Actually, it's not so bad. Oh, cool! I think this is the first time I ever actually realized you could actually walk through bushes in this game. Like, my lord, this is revolutionary for the Pokemon series. Imagine if Pokemon Sword and Shield allowed you to walk through bushes instead of them being a solid object. I mean, I haven't played those games before, so I'm not quite sure. Oh man, this lady just... Sorry for getting sidetracked, but this lady frickin' has the mindset that Pokemon Go wants you to have of just spending all your balls. But to try to tangent things back to social distancing, at least they've been pretty good with it that way. How many balls? I think I'm gonna buy another set of 10 just for the premiere ball. But yeah, back to the party thing. Imagine 50 people or more in a single location, and you don't get arrested by the police. Yeah, times were sure different back then. I hope I'm just saying this ironically, acting like it's been freaking forever. I hope there's signs that it won't be forever. But not to pull it any more into politics than that. What is the other thing? Yeah, Pokemon Go is kind of like really revolutionized. Really, I wouldn't say revolutionized, but drastically changed the way their game worked. In order to accommodate the fact that, yeah, a lot of people aren't even allowed to leave the house, let alone go walk and have social activities together. And I guess since I've exhausted... Have I exhausted everything to do in the gym? Probably not, but I should. Okay, let's see if I remember how to pull the menu up. I think if I shake the ball... I mean, that wasn't the option that I was expecting to get. But while we're here... It's been a while, Jenna girl. Where is your petty spot? There we go. I will admit there was a lot of ways that I could worded that badly, but I, by some sort of miracle, figured out the correct way to say that. Unlike pretty much every YouTuber in my feed. Alright, for real though. This is how I pull up my party. Brock is the Rock-type gym leader, so we're gonna have to look at our team and see what we got to work with. 69 would pretty much wreck the entire team. But what's the fun in that? I forget if we wanted to use Cindy or Todd. I think Nidoran female is probably the more permanent, likely to be permanent of the two Pokemon, just because, I don't know, I get Nido King is better, but I always had a preference for Nido Queen. I was gonna say, did my freaking Switch... Was my Switch inactive for too long, despite the fact I just walked into the gym? Hey, are you here to fight the gym challenges, right? I'm no trainer, but let me be hypocritical and tell you how to do your job anyways. You need to know type matchups in order to enter. There are few types that have advantage against rock types. Okay, can you even get a water type this early on in the game? I mean, even if we're not using 69, I guess it's a good thing we have him. Oh my god, I think I forgot 69's gender. This is a crime that must be corrected immediately. Oh, I'm so sorry, 69. I didn't mean to misgender. You are the proudest girl. After Gen Girl. And how did Procrastinatity get through this place before us? So yeah, I could just bypass it for one and go right to the leader. But what's the fun in that? This appears to be the gym leader. The trainers you face here are a bit different from those you faced so far. I'll be the judge of that. We'll see if you're that different from the 20 other bug catchers and picnickers I fought before. Is this going to be a gym where they actually have rock types? Because I know some of the older Pokemon games, like, you would face off against a Sandshrew, even though it's a ground type, not a rock type. This is why I want to use Cindy in this fight. Yeah, like the guy was saying, water and grass are super effective, but what people may not know as much, fighting is also super effective against rock. Granted, it wouldn't be as effective against a Geodude here to use a fighting move in comparison to a grass or a water type move for a multitude of reasons. One, Geodude is a lot more physically oriented, so double kick being a physical move would do less damage, even with the same like type. Even if they would do the same damage otherwise, the fighting move would do slightly less because of how defensive it is. 2, Geodude is not just a rock type, it is a rock ground type, and both those types are weak to grass and water type moves. Do I acknowledge the light year guy, or has that joke been done to death already? I do have a funny story relating to Liam. I just don't know if it's PG enough to show here. It's not even my story, just like when you watch internet influencers for a long enough period of time, you pick up on their stories as well. Like, I think I've said it before, but I kind of just live through other people's experiences. That's just the way storytelling goes and all. Next time we do a super effective attack, I'm gonna put the Pokeball right up to the mic, just so you can hear what I'm hearing. I can't believe they actually did this. Yeah, they put a little sound effect into the Pokeball. I mean, obviously they can do that because they do it for the Pokemon cries. But just hearing that off my Pokeball of all things just throws me back to the good old Wii days. Nintendo Wii. Get your minds out of the gutter. Now, do I want to, like, see if I can continue to sweep with Cindy, or do I want 69 to shine? Let's just go here. But yeah, it just throws me back to the days of the Nintendo Wii, and how they have the little microphone inside the Wii remote. I think the Nintendo Wii U has a similar thing in this gamepad, and I guess the Switch? I don't think there's a microphone in the Switch controller, so it's not quite the same way. But I guess the HD Rumble is a thing in of itself too. I don't know if I ever finished the whole thing regarding rock types. But yeah, if you haven't been living under a rock, or more so if you have, the way Pokemon calculates damage, they take both types of Pokemon have into account. For example, rock is weak to water and grass, so is ground. You could just, in some RPGs, you just go, okay, it's weak, do double damage. But in Pokemon, they take both types into account, So you would do double the double damage with your super effective move if both types of Pokemon are weak to it. In a similar effect, let me see if I can come up with a good type on the top of my head. See, we're swarming with fighting, so Dark Fairy even might be a good example. What's a fairy type? We'll get to it in a second. The problem with that idea is, like, it goes under the concept. You know what? I'm gonna just throw File out here just because I haven't used it for anything else, even though this is probably a terrible idea. Let's just assume you know your types and let me finish my explanation. You have a type. If you use a fighting type against a dark type, it would normally be super effective. If you use a fighting type move against a fairy type, it would be not very effective. If a Pokemon were to have both those types for whatever reason, they would cancel each other out and you would just end up doing normal damage. So you actually get a lot of interesting possibilities when you put different Pokemon type combinations together. And that's just one of the charms of Pokemon, if I gotta be honest. Well, I didn't realize you had a headbutt. And you may be wondering, Jackie, what the heck are you doing? Setting out a Rattata against a giant rock monster. Well, I'm totally not doing this for the thumbnail. In the dynamic of an itty bitty rat against a giant snake monster. And it's probably overkill. I did 2 tail whips against this Geodude, lowering its defense so Double Kick could take it out, or we could have fun and have 69 just freaking one-shot Brock's Ace in the hole. Assuming I can survive long enough. Because yeah, Onix is a surprisingly fast fellow. Like, I did not really catch on to just how fast Onix was as a Pokemon pretty much until adulthood. Way into the later generations. Okay, you know what? Now I'm saying this out loud, it's actually super nasty that they give Onix a freaking headbutt, a move that can flinch, when you have the ability dash. When I just finished talking about how freaking fast it is. Doesn't matter now, because, like I said, those tail whips, if we weren't gonna one-shot this Onix without the tail whips, then the tail whips definitely assured the one-shottery. I think I've said it before, but I just wanted to assure that Fido got some time in the limelight. So there you go, Fido had something important to do for once in his entire life. Now I'm actually surprised that worked. I know this game is infamous for just being easy compared to other Pokemon games, if only because of just how easy it is to accidentally grind. But I'll admit, I didn't think we were going to have trouble with Rock, but I didn't think we'd have this move of trouble. Anti-trouble against Brock. Give me a sec. I haven't actually thought about if I actually want Horn Tank in my arsenal or not. 65 energy. I mean, I never had a chance to use Focus Energy. Poison Sting, as bad as it is, might be good for utility, since I can't just... There's no abilities in this game, so I can't just get a full poison by getting hit. Peck might be good for move diversity too. And I definitely like having double kick. We got flying types. We have a flying type on our team. I have flying types in mind for the future if I don't keep Pidgey. I guess I'll get rid of that. I guess there's like a bazillion things I wanted to say. Oh, Jenna girl, get back on the head. You had nothing to do with this victory. Oh my god, you just sniped the glory from good old 69, Cindy, and Todd. I mean, Fido. Freaking Fido finally gets a chance to shine in the spotlight. And you just rob him of that glory, Jenna girl. Don't you know you're also just look pretty. I'm sorry, that's rude. Did I mention it's been a while since I commentated last, and I'll keep using this excuse where I can? Don't tell me, you gotta be Kay, right? How did you know that? Because you look just like my grandpa said. Okay, time to take the plot twist out of the bag. Red and blue, I mean, I forget if red's actually in the game, but yep. Blue is who you think it is. It is the rivals from the original game. And yet, he is in the game, even though this is happening in the Legend of same time frame as the original games, even though it really looks like it is implied that if not now, then definitely later on, that he's already been for a lot of battles on his own. Okay, that pose is kind of cool, I gotta admit. They at least kept that quote-unquote charm of him. Oh, sorry if it looked like I had Joy-Con drift there. I did not have the Pokeball Plus faced up, so I had an angle, so when I press up, I actually go like in this diagonal direction. I don't think we ever actually checked out the Pewter City Museum. I don't know if we actually need to with the way I'm playing it, especially because I actually want to go through it as quickly as I can. No, you fool. I am not paying your money. You know what, it's only 50 and I want to double check to make sure there's like no items or Pokemon in here. I feel like there's something that I gotta see. I'm impressed they actually had... Oh, I guess it's... I was gonna say, they did not have a replica of fossil Pokemon this early on, but I do remember that line of dialogue specifically. So I guess it was there, they just didn't have the model because it was an older game. And let's see... I just want to jump around and look for something. A 3D hologram, and it's the map of the universe. The entire universe is round. Take that, flat reverse. Hey, you're Eevee. Oh. They actually kept this from Pokemon Yellow of all things. Except, of course, since I'm playing Let's Go Eevee, they kind of transitioned it into an Eevee instead of a Pikachu. That wasn't the line of dialogue I was looking for, but yeah, this. It feels like it's a pretty well-known thing in my branch of the Pokemon community, but you might not realize this. Like, in the original Red and Blue, I don't know if they even kept this for Yellow, but they actually had a line about the Apollo. They actually referenced, like, the Apollo 13, I believe, by name in there, but they definitely referenced a space shuttle by name, and unfortunately by the time that Fire Red and Leaf Green came around, there was an unfortunate accident that happened with that space shuttle, so in respect to that, they kind of removed that dialogue out and made it more generic like it is today. Okay, so that wasn't the worst diversion in the world, and you know what? We're about at 20 minutes, we're about to start a new area. I'm gonna end this part off here. It's a tiny bit shorter, but I've also kind of gotten used, and there was just a lot of padding too, but I've gotten used to letting these videos run real long, which makes it a little harder to build a backlog up for. So I'll see you all later. Take care. Wait. I can give you all a little more content if I can figure out how to get back there. Man, it looked like there was just enough room to squeeze by there, but no, I guess we won't be able to get that item until a little later. For real, for sure now though, take care.